Hello everybody, it's Morph here, and welcome to the first episode of Orcust Colosseum. In this series, we will be using an Orcust deck in an attempt to try to win as many duels as we can in Ranked. I really like Orcust. I think it is a competent deck, and I want to show that it can still play with the big boys. I want to prove that it can still win games and be a good deck. So let's check the deck right now real quick. Pretty standard for an Orcust deck. We have 3 Max C, we have our Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion, 3 Scrap Recycler in order to get more Orcust cards into the graveyard to activate their effects, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Symbol Skeleton. We are running a small danger engine as well, being 1 Jackalope and 1 Nessie. We have an Armageddon Knight to serve the same purpose as Scrap Recycler, sending cards to the graveyard, as well as Dark Grepher. We have 3 Harpor, 2 Gearsu the Orcust Mech Knight, which I hope to be able to bump up to 3 once I have more UR points. We run 1 Scrap Golem, 3 Orcust Nightmare, and 2 World Legacy World Wand. As for the spells in the deck, we have 1 Foolish Burial, basically the spell equivalent of Armageddon Knight, Scrap Recycler, sending more cards in our graveyard in order to use their effects. Reinforcement of the Army in order to add our warrior type cards from our deck to our hand. 3 Allure of Darkness because most of these cards are of the dark attribute, and with the Allure of Darkness you can draw 2 cards, but then you have to banish 1 dark monster from your hand, otherwise all of your cards go to the graveyard. And it looks like we'll have a surplus of dark attribute monsters in our deck, so we won't have to worry about that nasty side effect. We run 2 Orchestrated Return, more draw power for the deck, 1 Orchestrated Babble in order to use our Orcust monsters effects on our opponent's turn, 2 Twin Twister, spell and trap removal, with Labyrinth being one of the top decks, it just makes sense to have. 2 Called by the Grave and Infinite Impermanence at 3, both of these cards really good for negating monster effects. And 2 Orcust Crescendo, same thing, except it's spell and trap and monster effects. For our extract, we have 1 Abyss Dweller to seal off graveyard plays. For our opponent, 2 Dingirsu, the Orcust of the Evening Star. This is really good. It's non-targeting removal, and we can go into it as long as we use a Orcust Link monster as material. We have Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder, which is really good if we attack with our Dingirsu or Abyss Dweller. We run 2 Galatea, Orcust Link monster I mentioned earlier. It's really nice because you can recycle your banished Orcust cards in order to set an Orcust spell or trap directly from your graveyard. So ideally, let's say you banish Harpor and you summon Galatea. You can activate Galatea's effect, return Harpor to the deck, and you can set an Orcust Crescendo, which only works while you control an Orcust Link monster. Pretty good, right? We have 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Barricade Board Blocker in order to get back our Babble if it's destroyed. We have the Dark Charmer at 1. It's really nice to be able to enable link plays if our opponent's playing a dark type deck. Nightmare Unicorn. We run 2 Longirsu, the Orcust Orchestrator. I've been debating running this at 1 or 2. I think running it at 2 might be the best bet, but it might go back down to 1. I'll have to see. Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax, very good card if we can get it out. It can't be targeted, and if we use IP Masquerena, it can't be destroyed either. 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. This is really good for more monster negates. And Access Code Talker to be able to hopefully use its effect to destroy the field and attack for game. Alright, so we'll be doing a few duels here. Let's get started. Wonder what our opponent is going to play. If I had to guess, probably Kashtira. That seems to be one of the hot decks out right now, along with Pearly, Mathmech as well. Let's see. We are up against Chibi Burger. It seems as though their name implies they will be going for a Hungry Burger deck, a ritual deck that has been really popular lately. It's gotten some new support. I personally really enjoy the deck, so we'll have to see. But for right now, let's see our opening hand. We have Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Orcust, Symbol Skeleton, World Legacy, World Wand, and we also have Allure of Darkness. We will activate... Let's see, what can we do here? We'll activate Allure of Darkness, and we'll go from there. Let's see what we draw into, assuming our opponent doesn't Ash Blossom us. Perfect. Actually, this is really, really good for us. So we'll banish Orcust, Symbol Skeleton by the effect of Allure of Darkness. We'll activate Dark Gruffer's effect, and we will special summon it by discarding our World Wand. And I bet you're thinking, oh, why would you do that? Well, we can banish the World Wand in order to activate its effect. We can select one Orcust, banished Orcust card and special summon it to our field. I'm curious, is it an Orcust card or a Dark Attribute card? Okay, it is Orcust card. Good, good. Now let's see here. What do we want to do from here? I think that we can activate Dark Gruffer's effect. We will send the Nessie from our hand to the graveyard in order to send a Harp Horror from our deck to the grave. We'll activate Nessie's effect, and with Nessie we can add one danger card from our deck to our hand, that being Jackalope. Now we will activate the effect of our Harp Horror, and with that we will banish it in order to special summon one Orcust card from our deck, that being Girsu, the Orcust Mech Knight. Now we have some options here. When this card is normal special summoned, you can target, or rather you can send one Orcust or World Legacy card from your deck to the graveyard. We will choose, let's see, face up control. I think we will we'll send Nightmare. It doesn't particularly matter because we are just going to banish it. So we are going to banish our Orcust Nightmare, activate its effect to bump up the attack of Girsu by sending, let's see, what do we want to send? We'll send another Harp Horror for moves next turn. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We are going to Orcust Symbol Skeleton and Girsu, the Orcust Mech Knight. We are going to link those off as link material for Galatea, the Orcust Automaton. And like I said before in the deck preview, ooh, does our opponent have a Nibiru? I'm inclined to believe so, because how many summons was that? We summoned... What did we summon? We summoned Gruffer was 1, Girsu was 2, Symbol Skeleton was 3. Let's see. Galatea was 4 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it couldn't be a Nibiru because that's only 4. It wouldn't activate just yet. We will activate Galatea's effect though. We will select our Harp Horror, return it to the deck. And we will set our... this is a tough one. We'll set Orchestrated Crescendo, a guaranteed negate. Now we will activate the effect of Symbol Skeleton, banishing itself in order to summon back Girsu, the Orcust Mech Knight. And we will now go into IP Masquerena. This card is going to be really nice because next turn we can go into Avermax, assuming everything goes well for us. And I think that's a good place to call it. They don't have the Nibiru. Excellent, excellent. Something I've learned while playing this deck is that it's not a good idea to go immediately into your Avermax or into your Link 4, because if you do, you can miss out on the negate. Now let's see here. Let's return, equip a card. Adventure token, eh? That is... I wonder if we let that go off. Let's see, it's been a while. Let's see what this card consists of. You can add a Water Enchantress, Magicore. Let's see, they don't have... This doesn't enable them to go into a token. So I think that's okay for now. Yeah, because we can Ash Blossom that. So we don't have to waste our Crescendo just yet. Ash Blossom enjoys spring, negate that effect. Perfect. And the good part is as well, we can max C to stop their plays further, even if Orchestrated Crescendo doesn't end up working out. There is the Castor Unicorn. Unfortunately, we will activate the max C now, I'd say. There's our max C, and what to do. So max C went off. If their Unicorn's effect activates, we might just go into Avermax there on the Chain Link. That is a toughie. I don't know what to do. I think I'll Orchestrate Crescendo that, because I don't know if they're playing a Castor deck necessarily, and that way it saves our extra deck from being banished. There's the Fenrir, makes sense. I think I will... let's see. I need to see if Arise Heart targets. It does. So I think there's no better time than right now. We will go right into our Avermax. Avermax, the best part about it is untargetable, and now because we used our IP Masquerena, it is unable to be destroyed. Perfect. There's our Crusadia Avermax. They can add a Castor card from their deck to their hand. I don't think that will do them much good. 3,000 life points, and that lets them summon the Ascended of Thunder. Another level 7. They are probably going to go into their Shangri-Ira, if I had to guess. It's the only thing that makes sense. Yep, there it is. That's fine. We get to draw another card. They can activate Rise Heart. Not a bad move at all. Because of their Rise Heart's effect, they can banish the top 3 cards of our deck, and that becomes a level 7. Oh, and they can banish a Castor monster as well. Let's see, they banished Nightmare Unicorn, another Crescendo, and a Rota. That is not bad. Not the best for us, though. And they're probably going to go into a Rise Heart here. The good thing about this is for us is that even if they have a Rise Heart, we can still do some plays even if our cards are banished. It's just a little bit more tricky. Alright, we will draw for turn, and let's see. I think we'll activate Orcust Crescendo, banish it in order to add. We will add, what should we add? We'll add Girsu the Orcust Mech Knight from our deck to our hand. They can activate a Rise Heart. It does not really do them that much good, though. Now, let's see. The best part about this is we're safe. we are chilling. Fateful Adventure, let's see. They surrender, let's go. Perfect. I had a feeling that they would do that. Then that they would rage quit, just because with Avermax on the field, it's tough for them to be able to come up with a counterplay. Now there are some rank 7 Xyz monsters I'm sure that could do non-targeting removal, but I mean, I guess they didn't have any. Alright, Wasabi Cake is going to choose whether to go first or second. They are going first, so we are going second. That is fine by me. I really enjoy Orcust. The same with Crusadia. I just feel like they're very fun decks to use. I feel like they're very satisfying to play optimally. This hand is rough. Very rough indeed. We have good removal, but not the best. We will activate... What should we do? We will activate Infinite Impermanence from our hand to negate the Mad Love effect. If they have another Vanquish Soul in their hand, though, that is tough. They do not, at least to our knowledge, have one, so that's good. What are they going to do? Are they going to end their turn straight away? And they surrender! That is 2-0 with both of our opponents surrendering. I guess we're just that good, and a rank up. Very, very nice. Alright, let's go again. As I'm sure keen-eyed viewers will notice, we did not get gems because I was Diamond 4 before, but testing out all these decks, I did not win all of my duels. Also, I had to surrender some duels because my audio wasn't working or I messed up a line. Alright, we are against Vinyl_GT. They are going first, we are going second. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a better hand this time. Alright, let's see. Draw cards. This is not a bad hand. We have an Ash Blossom, a Symbol Skeleton, Gearsu the Orcust Mech Knight, Orcust Nightmare, and World Legacy World Wand. All very good cards. Oh no. I really hope we can draw into a Twin Twisters. That would be so incredible right now. So incredible. Let's see. No, unfortunately not, but that is still fine. We're probably against Labyrinth if I had to guess, which is fine. We will summon Gearsu, activate Gearsu's effect. Oh, we probably could have set it in one of those columns, this column preferably, in order to get a token, but live and learn, you know. Nothing crazy. Besides, if we were able to resummon Gearsu, then I think it's fine. Let's see. What do we do from here? I think we'll activate Gearsu's effect in order to special summon a token. I just need to... I wonder, they gotta be playing Labyrinth if they have 2 face downs. No, they're playing Bestials, eh? That is frustrating, but not good. Let's see. In all honesty, I think this is okay, though. I can see the lines starting to form with our play. We can summon a World Legacy token to our field and to their field as well. With that, what are they going to go for? With that, we can go right into our... We can't? Oh, does it have to be Effect Monster? 2 Effect Monsters. That is unfortunate for us. That definitely muddies the water a little bit, but I think we're still okay. In this scenario, I guess all we can really do is go into our battle phase, attack that World Legacy token, and destroy it. Go into our main phase 2. Dark the Dark Charmer wouldn't be bad necessarily. I think that might be the way to go in this case. And that way, even if it's destroyed, we can add a Dark... I think that's the best we can do in these circumstances. Let's see, what are they going to do? Are they going to activate one of their face downs? Perhaps? No, they aren't. So that's good for us because now we can activate the Infinite Impermanence, and if we activate it after they activate this set card in this column, we can negate that card due to Infinite Impermanence's effect. It's still going to be tough, though. They're going straight into their battle phase. It makes sense, I suppose. Okay, that's fine. It destroys Dark the Dark Charmer. Unfortunate. However, we can now activate its effect in order to add another Gearsu. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? The only thing I'm concerned about is if they have another Bestial in their hand. That could spell trouble for us, but it looks like they're just going straight into their end phase, so we'll have to see here. Draw for turn. Scrap Recycler. That's not a bad card. Essentially serves the same purpose as Gearsu, so we will just summon the Gearsu. Activate Gearsu's effect on summon to send the Harp Horror from our deck to the graveyard. Let's see what they have. Do they have an... What do they have? They do have a Call by the Haunted. Or, Call by the Grave. Whoops. We will activate our Infinite Impermanence in response to that, negating their Bestial Druid Swarm's effect, and negating that Call by the Grave. Perfect. That worked excellently, just as we planned. Which means we are now free to send the Harp Horror from our deck to the graveyard. Activate Harp Horror's effect. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to summon a token? Can we go into IP Masquerena with the token? I believe so. I think we'll activate Gearsu's effect right now. We will special summon 2 tokens to the field. Get ourselves just some more bodies to be able to link summon with. We will activate Harp Horror's effect in order to banish itself, and we will special summon 1 Orcust monster from our deck, that being or not. Goodness gracious, it's a repeat of last time. Unfortunate for us, but that's okay. Let's see, we will... There's not much we can really do in this scenario. We will have to attack that World Legacy token and end our turn. Just destroyed. Go into our main phase 2. We will end our turn there. This is essentially devolved into a war of attrition. It seems like they don't have too many moves. If they're playing a branded deck, though, all they need is 1 branded fusion and we're in trouble. No, they're playing Vanquish Soul, eh? Very interesting. We will Ash Blossom that Raisin. Not getting that card's effect. Not getting that card's search. If they do have another Call by the Grave, that would be unfortunate. Cross out Designator. That'll also do the job. Now this gives them options. Unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate, but it is okay. Alright, let's see. Wait, did they... No, okay, they didn't call by... They didn't call by last turn, did they? No, because I negated it. Okay. And now they can add 1 non-warrior Vanquish Soul monster from their deck to their hand. Most likely Heavy Borger, if I had to guess. But we will see. In any case, though, we need to make sure that we get our graveyard filled up a bit. Okay, so they added Mad Love. They'll probably... Okay, so they can't special summon Mad Love, but they can destroy our token, which is unfortunate. They have Xiaolong and they have Mad Love. I'm pretty sure they can summon Xiaolong. Yep. They'll probably summon Xiaolong, go into Rock, and then add the Xiaolong back to hand. The question is if they have 2 fire attribute monsters. They can add a Vanquished Soul card from their deck to their hand. It does not look like they do. Oh no, they only need 1 more. They're going to activate Rock's effect probably to add back the Raisin from their graveyard to their hand. That would give them 1. So all they need is an Ash Blossom or another Xiaolong or another Raisin, and then they'd be able to search for any card they want in the Vanquished Soul archetype. And they do. That is not too good for us. They have another Xiaolong and they have another Raisin. That allows them to search out, I'm assuming, Caesar? Heavy Borger. They're probably going to activate Heavy Borger's effect to, return their Xiaolong and summon the Hungry Borger. Hungry Borger's effect, I'm trying to remember what all they have in their hand. They can at least... No, they had a Mad Love, didn't they? So they can probably deal us 1,500 points of damage. And or they could draw a card. No, they have to draw a card, yeah. Alrighty. There's that. Makes sense. So they have 2 Xiaolong, 1 Raisin, 1 Mad Love, and hopefully they didn't draw into a Caesar. Okay, perfect. Battle phase is good for us in this case. We just need to get some momentum going, and then I feel like we can really turn this around. So it's our turn. Hopefully they didn't draw into a hand trap. Maxi, that would have been perfect last turn, but that is fine. They probably drew into a Maxi themselves. What are they going to do? They're going to draw another card because of Mad Love. Not ideal for us, but I mean, that's fine. I wonder if they drew into a Maxi. It's in their draw phase. I'll activate Maxi right now in order to getting a card out the Xiaolong summon. Assuming they don't have an Ash Blossom. They do not, so at least we get another draw. There's that. Reinforcements of the army isn't bad at all. And they will add a Vanquished Soul card from their deck to their hand, most likely now being their Caesar. It is their Pantera. Interesting. What can they do from there, I wonder? Well, we will start by activating Reinforcements of the Army, seeing if they have any interactable cards. It does not look like it. We will add... What should we add here? We will add our Dark Greffer to our hand. And this will allow us to send one... Let's see, we will send our... What should we do? Dark Machine... One Orcust, special summon it. We will send our World Wand from our hand to the graveyard. Special summon Greffer. We will then activate our Dark Greffer's effect in order to send our... What should we send? We will send our Nightmare to the graveyard. I think Nightmare is a decent enough choice. And now we will send a Symbol Skeleton to the graveyard. We will now activate our World Legacy World Wands. Let's see, are we currently locked into any cards? I don't think so. Let's see, all of the Orcust cards lock us into dark cards, unfortunately. Dark type monsters. Let's see. I guess we'll activate World Wand's effect anyhow. Banish it in order to special summon our Harp Horror from our banished zone. go into attack mode, that's fine. Then we will, let's see. We will now activate our Symbol Skeleton's effect. We will banish it in order to summon our Girsu the Orcust Mech Knight from our graveyard. There we go, activate Girsu's effect in order to thin our deck a little bit. Now we can send one Orcust or World Legacy card from our deck to the graveyard, and we will send... In this case, we will probably send a World Wand would do, that would give us that. I think World Wand is fine in this case. And we can activate yet another card in our graveyard, that being Orcust Nightmare. That's fine for right now. I think we will go into... Let's see, what do we want to send to the graveyard? I think we'll go with this play. Dark Refer and Harp Horror go to the graveyard. Special summon Galatea, the Orcust Automaton. Do they have a Nibiru in their hand? It wouldn't surprise me. Nibiru is... No, okay, so they're going for Caesar. They did. They did go for the Caesar. That is frustrating for us, but it is not a death sentence. We are still in this game somehow, and that's all that matters. Okay, Caesar, we do draw the card. We will activate Galatea's effect right now. We will choose to return our Harp Horror to our deck in order to add an Orcust card from our deck to our hand. They're going to special summon a Vanquished Soul Monster from their hand. That is not good. As long as we can just go into IP Masquerena, we are set. We just need to get it. Okay. We will do that in order to set our... Let's see. In this case, what do we do? Crescendo is good. Babel is also good. Oh my. I think we go for Crescendo. Now herein lies the troublesome part. What do we do from here? This card, normal special summon. You can add one non-warrior Vanquished Soul Monster from their deck to their hand. Very good. Okay. They add Mad Love. Now, I wonder if that enables them to activate Caesar. Okay, in this case, I think we will activate Orchestrated Return. With that, we will send our Symbol Skeleton from our hand to the graveyard in order to draw 2 more cards. Hoping this is something good. Oh no, that's why they summoned it there. That is quite the good move indeed. Now our Galatea and our Girsu are both destroyed. That was foolish of me. Foolish, foolish. Okay, now we are in quite the pickle, but we will activate Allure of Darkness, draw 2 cards in order to get some momentum going again. We will banish our Orcust Nightmare. Whoa, that lag. We will now activate our Harp Horror's effect. We will banish it from our graveyard in order to special summon an Orcust Nightmare from our deck. In defense mode, not much else we can really do in this case. Are they going to try to destroy it with Caesar, I wonder? Probably. I wonder if we should have gone for Babel. I don't think it would have really made a difference in that case. We can... Let's see, what else can we do? think we will activate summon Scrap Recycler, activates its effect. We will... What will we do? What can we send? I think we have another... There it is. If they destroy Crescendo, then we're in a decent spot, but they're probably going to destroy one of our monster cards, if I had to guess. They gotta destroy one of our monster cards. Yep. Scrap Recycler, we will send Mecha Phantom Beast Lion. We will... Oh, I thought I could activate its effect. Oh, it's on the field. Whoops. We'll have this card gain attack by banishing our Orcust Nightmare. We will send in Harp Horror. Now we are in trouble. I guess we will activate Foolish Burial, which might have been a mistake. That actually might have been a mistake. What do we do in this case? We will send... We will send Scrap Golem because we have to Allure of Darkness here, and we can't risk drawing non-dark type monsters. So, unfortunate for us, we do not get lucky with the draws. We will have to go into our battle phase, and we can't even do anything. Unfortunate. I don't know if there's anything we really could have done. I mean, they just had the crossouts, the ashes, they exhausted our resources, but I think that we were able to do that much in and of itself is proof that, you know, Orcust has some good plays. Now, if I were to do anything differently, I definitely would have added the Babel instead of Crescendo. I think that was a misplay on my part. I thought I would have lasted a little longer, but, you know, you can't see into the future like that, you know? You just have to go with what you think, and I gambled wrong. It looks like this is going to be game, though. They are going to attack with their Ryzen into our Scrap Recycler for 900. Yeah, activating Crescendo at this point would be a moot point. 3250, they can attack with their Caesar, dealing 3,000 points of damage. That's fine. And with 250 life left, they are going to attack with their Xiaolong for game, unfortunately, but I mean, I'll take 2-1. I think 2-1 is a good record to start off. I think that we played to the best of our abilities. I have no regrets with that. And I hope that you all thoroughly enjoyed this first episode of Orcust Colosseum. There will definitely be more to come. I really enjoy using this deck, and I think it's a lot of fun. And